here on behalf of LasVegasHotels.com to talk about No Limit Hold'em and the basics of playing. I live in Las Vegas and I play very frequently. It's my hobby and I love it. And Las Vegas is the place to play. I think I'm going to start out with the very basics. When you sit down at a table in Las Vegas, there's going to be a dealer who does not have the dealer button. He's a paid professional and he doesn't play. He just deals the cards. The dealer button, which is white and says dealer on it, rotates around the table. Two other buttons that are very important are the big blind and the little blind. The little blind is immediately after the dealer button, and then comes the big blind. To start playing, you'll sit down at the table and you'll purchase some chips, depending on the size of the game. As far as how much the buy-in is, that depends on you. And if you're beginners, I would start at a low level. Normally, no limit is 1-2, 1-3, or 2-5. The lowest game is 1-2. The white chips are usually $1. The red chips are $5, and the green chips are $25. There will be a limit on how much you can buy in for. In a 1-3 game, you can buy in for a minimum of $100 and a maximum of $300. That will vary casino to casino. At the area where I play most of my time, it's $100 to $300 buy-in. I'm going to start dealing by giving each person 2 cards. The first card goes to the little blind, and then it goes around the table clockwise. The first action is going to be the person to the left of the big blind. He can fold and not put any money in the pot. He can call $3. He can raise. He can raise from anywhere. He can make it 6. It can never go from 3 to 5. It has to go, or to 4. It has to go 3, 6. And then he could make it 7. He can make it 10. He can put everything in front of him in the pot. That's called all in. That's why it's no limit.
I'll call.
Calls $3. Now it's up to the little blind. She can throw her hand away, and that $1 will come into the pot. She can add $2 to call. She can raise.
I am going to fold.
Okay, fold her cards. I take in her dollar, and now it's up to the big blind. You can check. You can raise. Those are your only 2 options.
Check.
Okay. Now we're going to start with the flop. I burn 1 card, and I turn up 3. This is called the flop. Now the action goes back. The little blind is gone, so it's going to go to the big blind. She can check, or she can bet.
What cards are in her hand at this moment?
She has 2 cards in her hand.
Right.
So the best hand right now would be 3 queens. If she happened to have a pair of queens in her hand, she would have 3 queens. That would be the very best hand.
Because she's putting the cards in her hand together with 3
What's
of
on
the
the
cards on the board.
Yes, that's correct. She may also have 2 spades, which would give her a flush draw, which would also be a good hand. It's not a made hand, but it's a good drawing hand. That's called a drawing hand.
What are you going to do, Kay?
Now this money,
I'm going to check.
Okay.
I'll check too.
I burn again, and I turn a card. This card is called the turn. Now the very best hand that's possible now is a 10-jack. 8, 9. One of the players has a 10-jack in their hand. They have a straight. There's also 2 diamonds. So now there's drawing to a spade flush, and there's drawing to a diamond flush. It's up to you again. You can bet, or you can check.
I'm just going to check.
Check to you.
I'll bet 3.
$3 to you. You can call the $3. Call the $3.
You should call, Kay.
Yes, okay.
Call the $3. Put $3 right in front of you. Okay. No, never. You never put your chips in the pot. You put them in front of you. The
Okay.
dealer will then drag
Put
them
them
in.
in.
Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to burn it again, and this card is called the river. This is the last card. Now the best hand is going to be the 5 best cards from the players, 2 cards in their hand, and these 5. They can only use 5 of them. If somebody had 2 diamonds in their hand, they would have a flush. The next best hand is a straight.
I don't think I have anything.
Why don't you
Okay.
check?
Well, I think
Okay.
you should check,
Check.
because it's really not good to tell the other players that you have
No,
nothing.
I know. I'm just learning. So.
Yes, okay.
Well,
What would you like to do?
I think I'll bet 3 again.
Okay. Now, if you feel that you have nothing, you may throw your hand away. You may call him, or you could raise and try to steal the pot. Because if he's bluffing, or has a minimum hand, you're going to win. So that's up to you.
Okay.
You're going to call. Okay, this person calls. Now, the person who did the last action, which is the gentleman to my left, turns his 2 cards over now.
So I
And the
have,
dealer reads it. The dealer will read it. He has ace high. He has no pair. He has ace high. Now, you can put your cards down and I will read them, or you can throw them in the muck and he will win the pot.
But what should she do
I
if
think
she's a beginner?
If you're
Yeah.
a beginner, always put your cards face up.
Wow.
There's a pair of 3s. And so you win the pot. You thought you had nothing.
I did.
Yes.
You
Now,
fell for my trick.
as we go on to the next hand, everything, all the buttons shift. The button player, the little blind will move 1, and the big blind will move 1. Now, at the casinos in Las Vegas, there's a shuffle machine. So the dealer will put this deck in the shuffle machine and take out the new deck. I don't have a shuffle machine, so I'll just give it a little shuffle.
And now the little blind would put up the blind,
Yeah. So
$1.
I have to do $1.
Yes.
Yeah.
and the
Correct.
big
Pot
blind
is
has
correct.
already put in their 3.
Okay.
And then we continue from there. Is there
Yes.
anything else we need to know about the basics?
I think that's pretty much the basics.